Thank you to Ubisoft for providing access to the game to be able to produce this content. So I got some early time with Assassin's Creed Mirage. I was able to play roughly 7 to 8 hours of the game, and the best way I can describe the game is back to basics. It takes a lot of the formula of the original games and then strips that away from the newer, more bloated versions such as Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. Whilst I do think that is going to be the future of the franchise, it is most welcome here to kind of get a traditional, more condensed Assassin's Creed game. Now, it does have some failings here and there, and I will talk about them in these impressions, but I will say that for Assassin's Creed fans, I think a lot of you will enjoy Assassin's Creed Mirage, and I definitely have enjoyed my time, even with those criticisms. Mirage takes place in 9th century Baghdad, or more specifically 861 CE. We'll be following Basim, and it is roughly 10 years or so before the events of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I know that Basim is a very important character within the Assassin's Creed lore, but here we are following him as a upstart, starting off as an initiate, going through to being an assassin, all the way to being a master. Whilst I enjoyed Basim and what I have got to see from him so far, I'm roughly 7 to 8 hours in, and I've not really been pulled in by any elements of the story. There's no this added element of the animus as far as I have played. There's no pull from these other cool characters, the antagonists that you have, or even some of the protagonist's friends. There isn't anything that really pulls me in. And I think that's going to be the biggest criticism. Maybe it's because I've not played some of the Assassin's Creed games before this, but I don't think that is a fair comparison, especially when if you are jumping into Assassin's Creed Mirage for the first time, you expect it to pull you in. And so far, I haven't really found that hook. The real thing that has pulled me in and is what kept me playing and still enjoying my time with the game is gameplay and the 3 pillars of the gameplay. Mirage is split up into stealth, into combat, and also exploration / navigation, the whole setup of being an assassin. As you play through the game, you will uncover clues and essentially do these investigations, and then you'll have an assassin target, very much like the original Assassin's Creed game. There'll also be contracts that you can pick up which follow these same lines, but what you will be doing is navigating and going around using your eagle vision and also the eagle that you have available to you to mark targets, find points of interest, go and climb the synchronization towers, all the hallmarks of what you expect to see in an Assassin's Creed game. And then you go into the combat and the stealth elements. What I like the most is that the combat is the last resort. Combat is boiled down to parrying, dodging, and then obviously attacking. There is going to be things that you can get within the skill tree that can upgrade your combat to be able to do specific things. But if you get overwhelmed by a bunch of enemies, you will get caught out. It is not the recommended way to play. The stealth element of the game is very fleshed out. It feels very much like a traditional Assassin's Creed game. You have a variety of tools that you will unlock as you play through the story. You have a throwing knife to begin with. You can get yourself a noisemaker, traps, smoke bombs to be able to help you get away. All of these elements play into the assassin feel of the game. The hidden ones are the main focus of the game, and if anything, if that's got to be the pull of the game, it's that really draws me in more than the story. It's the assassin type of gameplay, the stealth gameplay, because I'm not looking for this amazing RPG combat. I'm just looking for a solid stealth experience, because that is what made me fall in love with the original Assassin's Creed games, and it's made me fall in love with Assassin's Creed Mirage in this specific area of the game. This is also further coupled with the progression system with the game. It is tied to the more linear story progression, as in you do the story and you unlock more things as you play, rather than going and grinding out a bunch of XP on random enemies and camps to be able to get yourself this specific gear or going to get a bunch of loot. All of that has been stripped away, and it goes down to just main core experience. Something that I've always loved about the Assassin's Creed games is their dedication to showing off the time period, and I do feel like that is shown off here when it comes to 9th century Baghdad. As you explore the city, there's these little icons that you can go and pick up that will have historical codexes that will give you a little bit of backstory on what it was like at the time, the specific areas that you are visiting within the city, and I do like that. I always feel like that's an element of the Ubisoft games, especially the Assassin's Creed games, that they have always nailed. Overall, when I look at Assassin's Creed Mirage though, it is very hard to recommend this game. Why? It doesn't do anything groundbreaking. It is a back to basics type of formula, but I've seen this game before. A lot of others have seen this game before. If you're a fan of the Assassin's Creed franchise, then I do recommend that you pick this up and you want to go and check out a little bit less bloated game and more condensed experience, then I would recommend this. If you are, however, a general gamer and you're looking to jump into Assassin's Creed Mirage, or you're on the fence, I don't think I can recommend this. It's very safe, it's very basic in what it needs to do, and maybe you want a 15-hour or so experience to jump into. If you want to play something different, then yeah, wait for this to go on sale and pick it up at a reduced price. But at this moment in time, I can't really recommend jumping into Assassin's Creed Mirage, regardless of how much I have enjoyed my playtime. But there's my thoughts on Assassin's Creed Mirage. I just wanted to get my impressions out there, the same as I've done with other games on the channel. This isn't a fully fledged review. I just wanted to give my thoughts on the game because it's been pretty fun playing it so far. And I do want to thank Ubisoft once again, as I did at the start of the video, for allowing me access to the game to be able to bring this type of content to you, and it's very much appreciated there. And if you have enjoyed this and it has been informative, leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new, and turn on the notification bell as always. And this has been It's Jimbo, and I'll see you guys next time.